Welcome to my channel. Sean Diddy Combs, the music mogul and entrepreneur, finds himself at the center of a storm. Known for his influence in the music industry and his successful business ventures, Combs is now facing a different kind of spotlight. This time it's not about chart-topping hits or business ventures, it's about serious legal troubles that could change his life forever. Combs is facing a Manhattan federal court accused of heinous crimes. The charges against him are not just severe but also deeply shocking to many of his fans and followers. The charges are serious racketeering conspiracy, sex trafficking by force, and transportation for prostitution. These allegations have sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry. The gravity of the situation is palpable. The courtroom is filled with tension as everyone awaits the unfolding of this high-stakes trial. Combs, known for his charisma and larger-than-life persona, has pleaded not guilty. His legal team is prepared to fight these charges vigorously, yet the accusations paint a dark picture, a stark contrast to his public image. The details of the case are disturbing and have captured the public's attention. The trial, which began on May 12, 2025, is expected to be a media spectacle. Reporters from all over the world are covering every moment. It's a case that has gripped the nation with its blend of celebrity, power, and disturbing allegations. The public is eager to see how justice will be served. The courtroom is a battleground of truth. Both sides are presenting compelling arguments and evidence. The prosecution aims to prove Combs used his influence and wealth for exploitation. They are determined to show that no one is above the law. The defense, on the other hand, seeks to dismantle the accusations. They argue that the relationships were consensual and that the charges are unfounded. They claim the case is about consensual acts between adults. The defense is working hard to clear Combs' name. The stakes couldn't be higher. The outcome of this trial could have far-reaching implications for Combs and his legacy. Combs faces a minimum sentence of 15 years to life if convicted on all counts. The potential consequences are severe. The trial is a test of the justice system. It raises questions about accountability and the influence of wealth and fame. Can a powerful figure like Combs be held accountable? Or will his resources and status shield him from the consequences? Or will his wealth and fame shield him from the consequences of his alleged actions? The trial is a pivotal moment in his life and career. The world watches and waits for the verdict. The outcome will be a defining moment in the ongoing saga of Sean Diddy Combs. Gap 3S. Amidst the unfolding legal drama, a poignant moment captured the attention of everyone in the courtroom. Sean Combs' daughters, who had been present to support their father, were seen leaving the courtroom in tears. This emotional departure added a deeply personal layer to the already intense atmosphere. The scene was heart-wrenching. The young women, visibly distressed, making their way out of the courtroom, their faces a mix of sorrow and confusion. It was a stark reminder of the human toll that such high-profile cases can take on family members. Why did they leave? Sources close to the family suggest that the graphic nature of the testimony and the disturbing details presented by the prosecution became too much to bear. The allegations against their father are not just accusations, they are stories of pain, manipulation, and abuse. For Combs' daughters, hearing these accounts was overwhelming. Their departure highlighted the emotional strain on those who are often unseen in the courtroom drama, the family members. It underscored the personal stakes for Combs, whose fight is not just for his freedom, but also for the trust and support of his loved ones. The sight of his daughters leaving in tears was a powerful moment, resonating with many who understand the complexities of family loyalty and the pain of facing such serious allegations against a loved one. It was a moment that humanized the trial, showing that beyond the legal battle, there are real people with real emotions caught in the crossfire. As the trial continues, the impact on Combs' family remains a poignant subplot, reminding everyone that the reverberations of this case extend far beyond the courtroom. The emotional toll on his daughters serves as a stark reminder of the broader implications of the trial, affecting not just the accused, but everyone connected to him. The courtroom, now slightly emptier, felt the weight of their absence. It was a moment of raw emotion in an otherwise procedural setting, a moment that many will remember as the trial progresses. The air in the Manhattan federal courtroom is thick with tension. The room is filled with a mix of anticipation and anxiety, as everyone present knows the gravity of the situation. The trial of Sean Diddy Combs is underway, and the stakes are incredibly high. This is not just another celebrity trial. It's a case that could redefine his legacy and impact many lives. Combs, dressed in a sharp suit, sits at the defense table, his face a mask of composure. Despite the serious charges, he maintains an air of confidence, perhaps drawing on his years of public scrutiny. Across from him, the prosecution team lays out its case meticulously. They are determined to prove that Combs is not just a successful businessman, but the head of a criminal enterprise. They allege that Combs is not just a successful businessman, but the head of a criminal enterprise. The prosecution's narrative is built on a foundation of detailed evidence and witness testimonies. The charges against Combs are staggering. They include racketeering conspiracy, sex trafficking by force, and transportation for prostitution. Racketeering conspiracy suggests a pattern of organized illegal activity. This charge alone could lead to severe penalties if proven. Sex trafficking by force implies he coerced individuals into commercial sex acts. This charge paints a grim picture of exploitation and abuse. The charge of transportation for prostitution points to his alleged role in moving people across state lines for illegal sexual purposes. This adds another layer of complexity to the case. Each count carries a heavy weight, a testament to the severity of the accusations. The courtroom is a battleground where every piece of evidence is scrutinized. The prosecution's case hinges on proving that Combs used his power and influence to exploit vulnerable individuals. They argue that his celebrity status was a tool for manipulation. They allege he lured them into a world of drugs and manipulation, forcing them into degrading sexual acts for his benefit and that of his associates. The prosecution's portrayal is damning and detailed. The prosecution paints a picture of a dark side to Combs' glamorous lifestyle, a world hidden from the public eye. They aim to reveal the stark contrast between his public persona and alleged private actions. Combs' legal team, led by high-profile attorneys Mark Agnifilo and Tenny Garagos, is prepared for a fight. They are seasoned professionals known for their courtroom prowess. They are known for their aggressive defense tactics and their ability to dismantle the prosecution's narrative. Their strategy is to challenge every piece of evidence presented. Their strategy to portray the alleged victims as willing participants in a lavish lifestyle they chose to be a part of. They argue that the relationships were consensual and mutually beneficial. They argue that the case is about freedom of choice between consenting adults. The defense aims to shift the narrative from exploitation to consensual relationships, challenging the very foundation of the prosecution's case. The tension in the courtroom is palpable as Cassie Ventura, singer, actress, and Combs' ex-girlfriend, takes the stand. The room falls silent, every eye fixed on her as she makes her way to the witness box. All eyes are on her, a key witness in the government's case against the music mogul. The audience, a mix of media, fans, and legal professionals, watches intently, aware of the gravity of her testimony. Ventura, composed and resolute, prepares to recount her experiences that she claims were far removed from the glamorous world Combs projected. Her calm demeanor belies the emotional turmoil she must be feeling inside. Her testimony promises to provide a glimpse into the alleged hidden life of the music icon. The courtroom is on edge, anticipating revelations that could change the course of the trial. Ventura's relationship with Combs, which began in the mid-2000s, was highly publicized. They were often seen together at high-profile events, their relationship the subject of much media attention. She was a rising star, signed to his Bad Boy Records label. Her career seemed to be on an upward trajectory, with Combs playing a significant role in her professional life. He was the ultimate hip-hop impresario, known for his lavish parties and influential circle. His public persona was one of success and charisma, a stark contrast to the allegations Ventura is now making. Their relationship, however, soured over time, ending in 2018. The breakup was as public as their relationship, with rumors and speculation swirling in the media. Now, years later, Ventura is ready to break her silence, to tell her side of the story. Her decision to come forward is a significant moment, not just for her, but for all those who have followed her career and personal life. The courtroom buzzes with anticipation as Ventura begins her testimony. The atmosphere is charged, with everyone eager to hear what she has to say. She speaks softly but firmly, her gaze steady. Her voice, though calm, carries the weight of her experiences, each word carefully chosen. She describes a relationship that began with promise but devolved into a nightmare. The audience listens, captivated by her account of the highs and lows of her time with Combs. According to Ventura, Combs exerted control over every aspect of her life, from her career to her appearance. She paints a picture of a man who was not just a partner, but a controlling force in her life. She alleges that he dictated her schedule, managed her finances, and even controlled her interactions with others. Her words reveal a life of restriction and control, far from the freedom she once enjoyed. This control, Ventura claims, extended to her own body. She speaks of a life where even her personal autonomy was compromised. She accuses Combs of physical and emotional abuse, painting a picture far removed from the glamorous image he cultivated. Her allegations are serious, casting a shadow over his public persona. Her testimony is detailed and harrowing, a stark contrast to the public persona of the man she once loved. Each revelation adds to the growing tension in the courtroom. Ventura's courage in coming forward sends shockwaves through the courtroom, leaving everyone wondering what impact her words will have on the trial's outcome. The room is left in a state of suspense, the weight of her testimony hanging heavy in the air. Ventura's testimony continues to unravel the dark narrative of her decade-long relationship with Combs. She details instances of manipulation and control, describing how Combs isolated her from friends and family. Ventura recounts moments of fear and helplessness, painting a vivid picture of the psychological and physical torment she endured. She speaks of the promises broken, the dreams shattered, and the person she became under Combs' influence. The courtroom listens intently, the weight of her words hanging heavy in the air. Her testimony is a pivotal moment in the trial, one that could sway the jury's perception of the man once revered as a music industry titan. As Ventura concludes her harrowing account, the courtroom remains silent, the gravity of her experiences resonating deeply with all present. In this part of the trial, the focus shifts to the digital realm. Text messages and direct messages, often referred to as DMs, are presented as key pieces of evidence. These digital communications offer a glimpse into the interactions and intentions of those involved. The prosecution argues that these messages reveal crucial details that could sway the case. Meanwhile, the defense contends that the context of these messages is being misinterpreted. It's a battle of interpretations where every word and emoji could tip the scales of justice. In the ongoing trial, the defense has introduced a controversial argument, often referred to as the swingers defense. This strategy hinges on the claim that all interactions were consensual and part of a lifestyle choice. It's a tactic that has sparked intense debate, raising questions about the boundaries of consent and the complexities involved in such cases. Sean Combs, a figure once celebrated for his contributions to music and culture, now finds his legacy overshadowed by these serious accusations. The allegations have not only impacted his public image, but have also led to a broader discussion about accountability in the entertainment industry. The trial's outcome could have far-reaching implications for how similar cases are handled in the future. Cassie Ventura, known professionally as Cassie, is more than just a name in this trial. She began her career as a singer and model, gaining fame with her hit single Me and You. Over the years, Cassie has navigated the highs and lows of the entertainment world, and her personal journey has been marked by both triumphs and challenges. Her involvement in this case sheds light on her experiences and the broader issues faced by women in the industry. As the trial progresses, the stakes couldn't be higher. Both sides continue to present their arguments, and the jury faces the daunting task of determining the truth. The outcome will not only affect the lives of those directly involved, but also set a precedent for future cases. Justice in this instance hangs in the balance, and the world watches closely, awaiting the verdict. Thank you for watching. If you found this video informative, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more updates on this case and other breaking news. Don't forget to hit the notification bell to stay updated.